my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your April mid-month medium rare message. I'm excited to be here. I am using my alchemical deck by Robert M. Place, my steadfast deck with the rose on the back. It is a limited edition and it's out of print right now. And I'm using the astrological oracle card deck. I'm pulling one card from Antonella Castelli, and it's such a romantic deck. She also does the Art Nouveau tarot deck. The back is very romantic and delicate, very detailed. So I'll pull a card as well for all 12 signs. I am in the California Redwood Forest, and I am excited to be here today. It's a beautiful day. Okay, Aries, let's see what cards I can get for you for your mid-month message. Okay. King of Cups. This is a water sign male, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It also symbolizes your self-fulfillment, finding answers within. The King of Cups is about emotional security and psychic ability as well. Let's see what else comes up for you. Justice. This is about balance. It's also the sign of Libra. Vindication, redemption, reward. Involved in a court case right now or some kind of settlement hold. One more card. I was just going to say, use your intuition regarding this because the King of Cups is here so strongly. These are very intuitive cards. Also, remain quiet right now. Mercury's about to retrograde April 28th through May 22nd. You don't want to react. You don't want to show too much reaction with the High Priestess. She's very quiet and still. You can see she's got her finger over her mouth. Shh, be still. Don't take action. Not all of the information is seen yet or heard yet. So for those of you with pending situations regarding, cases or settlements, or involved with a particular sign of a Libra, or if you're on hold with something with a water sign male, in relationship even, this would progress. I want to say when Mars is direct, when you have more energy for men, which is the 30th of June. But let me pull an astrological card for you, Aries, and see what planetary advice there is for you to focus on. Aries. The sign of Pisces, which is your 12th house, the quiet house, the house of psychic ability and intuition, the house that would govern this energy. Pisces for you, Aries, is your quiet place, and this is a mutable sign, and you're a cardinal sign. You're a leader. You're the first ruler of the astrological wheel. You have a direction. But Pisces is saying maybe take a back seat right now, Aries, which is so not your style. You're not a backseat driver. You're not a follower. You're driving the car. But Pisces is suggesting hone in on your own intuitive 12th house right now and find self-fulfillment in quiet reflection, spirituality, and rest, the 12th house of rest. Let's move on to Taurus and see what cards come up for your mid-month medium rare message. Taurus. Oh, happy birthday as well, Aries and Taurus. You split the month here. Happy solar return to both of you. And let's see what comes up for your birthday month. A medium rare message for you, Taurus. Lovely. Earth sign, earth energy, the 9 of coins. This is prosperity, health, and well-being. Beautiful card for promotion or the development of money and earnings and savings. And it's great for health. Look at that. 3 of coins. Artistry, earning for your work, earning for creative skill. And again, coins rule the earth, the pentacles, like you are, Taurus. You're a fixed sign. you're steady, and the coin cards are steady and secure. Development of money. Any artists out there, any Tauruses who are trying to promote music, trying to have a gallery opening, trying to, I mean, he's an artist. See on the card, he's literally drawing and sketching. It doesn't have to be that precise. It can be. It can relate to that specific artistry, but that's a vast scope of being an artist. So anything from music, through painting, through graphic design even, whatever you're focused on manifesting through you, there's earnings and growth here, because the tree is something that blooms and it keeps growing and it goes through stages. You know, all the leaves fall away, kind of similar to the forest I'm in. They're barren in the winter, and then in the spring and the summer it's very prosperous. Let's see what card comes up for you. Maybe it's about the warmer seasons being more lucrative for you, Taurus, because I just got the vision of leaves falling off trees and then growing and sprouting again. So it's probably about your money blooming. What astrological card can be applied for Taurus right now? Leo, another fixed sign, fixed energy. Such a beautiful card. So, Leos in your life could probably help you manifest the creativity that you desire. If you have Leo friends or Leo partnerships, also the fifth house. Leo governs creativity and artistry, fun, relaxation. Leo governs the fifth house on the solar wheel. So that's where your entrepreneurial energy is. And people who take risks in Leo, in that fifth house. There's a lot of Tauruses are probably going through, I'm getting a risk taking in their creative fields. You know, you artists, and if this isn't applying to you specifically, please watch your monthly forecast and your rising sign as well. But these messages, these medium rare messages that I'm getting into mid-month, they're very specific forms of channeling. So this won't relate to every single person of every single sign, but some of you I'm honing in on. There is money to be made in your fifth house of creative endeavors, Taurus. Wow, there's so many animals out here where I am. I am seeing butterflies and squirrels, and I thought I just saw a deer. Okay, I'm moving on. I hope that was helpful. And let's move on to Gemini. You are free of a lot of planetary energy right now. When the sun enters Gemini, that will change. But right now, Gemini, you're in a little bit of a clear. I'm sorry, I'm hearing things while I'm out here and trying to just have normal conversation. So let's see what comes through for Gemini. Oh. Gemini, this is your mid-month message. The Hermit. This is a card of retreat, but it's a card of exaltation and spirituality. And the Hermit keeps the light on. He keeps a small light on for what needs to be seen. Oh, look! And there's an Ouroboros in the corner. I just had a conversation about the Ouroboros yesterday. Can you see that? The snake that eats his own tail. He's up in the corner. The lighting's a little, I'm in the sunlight, it's bad. I hope you could see it. This is about remaining quiet, not giving away so much information, Gemmy. You're full of communication, but maybe it's time to not say everything you're thinking. There's another card for you. The Ten of Wands. This is about passion and sacrifice, being overcome with passion. The Ten of Wands is very creative as well. I feel like Gemini might have to be quiet about who you're passionate about right now. There might be some clandestine, I'm getting that word, clandestine lovers happening, Gemini. I know you rule the lovers, but here's another card for you. Ace of Cups. Yeah, there might be some emotional connections for Gemini right now. Between the Ten of Wands and this Ace of Cups, this is both passionate and monogamous energy, or true love, commitment energy. Let's see what your astrological card is as well. I think Gemini, who's starting relationship as it gets warmer, you have a positive connection with someone in the time of spring. You could be meeting them in the mid-month of April, which is why I'm picking that up right now. Let's see. Here's your astrological card. Oh, your ruling planet, Mercury. He came in to say hello. Let's see. Mercury. I love that. I love when the messages really sync up. Well, Mercury is the messenger. He rules Gemini first in the 3rd solar house and then Virgo in the solar 6th house. He is Hermes, the writer, all things communication, the winged-footed messenger. And he's going retrograde, which is why he popped up on April 28th through May 22nd. And this will affect all Geminis because of your ruling planet being Mercury. But Mercury is retrograding in the sign of Taurus. So this is the sign right before you. So this retrograde occurs for you, Gemini, in your solar 12th house of rest. And what's interesting in this particular all sign mid-month message, I am receiving a lot of cards that relate to, in the astrological and in the tarot, that relate to rest. The second half of April going into the retrograde, and we have the majority of our personal planets and planets retrograding. It is a time of retreat. Everyone's going inward. The subconscious mind is turned on. It's driving the cars. I do want to try to fix the screen. It's a little too bright. But Gemmy, before I do that, I'll say starting a new relationship is very positive, but don't give all of your information away. Let this brew quietly. Let the retrograde occur without forcing things to happen. And don't weigh the discerning of this relationship so heavily on your mind or your shoulders right now. Don't take on the burden of having to decide too many things about this relationship as it first begins. So I'm going to move on to Cancer, and I'm going to adjust this lighting slightly. Be right back. All right, Cancer. Let me shuffle for you. Let's see what your mid-month message is. Mid-month medium rare message. Thank you for joining me again, and I'm using the astrological deck. If you're just tuning in, I'm pulling both my Steadfast Alchemical deck, a few cards from there, and I'm also using Antonella Castelli's Astrological Oracle card deck. So for Cancer, let's see what your message is mid-month. Oh wow, I'm getting so much of this. 7 of Cups, intuition, tools, finding answers within, having all that you need available to you. Every one of those cups, the 7 of Cups, is an emotional tool, an internal tool at your fingertips that you can use. Lovers, Cancer, you have either a romantic love interest or there's a decision that needs to be made. The Lovers can be applied to physicality and attraction and sexuality. But sometimes when it comes up around cards such as the 7 of Cups, it could be about a decision. It could be an internal weighing of pros and cons and which way to turn, maybe in regards to relationship or connection. But maybe it's just about what path to go on. There's a fork in the road with the Lovers card, and I feel that right now. And I'm actually on a pathway in a forest, and I'm looking at 2 different directions right now, and I'm getting the feeling that Cancer is split and might need to choose something right now. Let's see what your astrological card is for Cancer for April. What kind of planetary help can we give? Here's a sister water sign for you. Pisces is available to you. Now again, I pulled Pisces for another sign. There's Neptune stationed in Pisces, and Chiron, which is about inner healing, and it's about delusion and dreaminess and rest. Neptune wants to listen to classical music and eat soup and nurture the self. And I'm feeling like the theme of April with a lot of retrogrades is that it's time to go internal. And if you're weighing a decision right now, Cancer, I don't know if you have to decide right before Mercury's about to retrograde. I think you can rest and allow this information to come to you. And honestly, with the Piscean influence that I just pulled astrologically, I'm just hearing it's not the best time to make solid choices. So if you do have a choice, which I'm thinking some of you have a major love decision or a major turning point, a crossroads, draw on your emotional self and trust your dreams. Pisces in the 12th house, solar house, and Neptune rules the dream life, your intuition, the Seven of Cups. I'm going to move on to Leo. Hi, Leo. Let's see what your mid-month medium rare message is. All right, fire sign, Knight of Staves. Some of you Leos might be relocating or thinking about a change of pace. The Knight of Fire is a catalyst card. There is a lot of Mars energy with this card. Mars is about to retrograde. Actually, Mars is retrograding today. It's April 17th recording these. And he'll be retrograde through June 30th. So if you're thinking about relocating or doing a lot of drives or adventures, the Knight of Staves be really great to start this when Mars goes direct. But let's see what else comes up here. Oh my gosh, wow. It's really internal time in the cosmos. The Seven of Cups is intuition, rest. It's a little bit emotional, but it's suggesting that you have all of the tools that you need at your disposal. But it's a retreating card. It wants you to take time with decisions. It wants you to think very clearly. I'm going to pull an astrological card for you as well, Leo. So if you're thinking about trips, travel, the Knight of Staves is travel, relocation. You have a fire lit under you. You want to get going. And Leo, you're a fire sign, so that works for you. But the Seven of Cups is wanting you to make sure you have everything clearly thought out first. And that you trust that intuitive feeling that you're getting in your stomach regarding that move or regarding that trip. Here's your astrological card. Uranus. Interesting. Uranus is stationed in the fire sign of Aries, which is a sister fire sign like you, which is trining Leo. Uranus, oh, I get it. Uranus is spontaneity at its best. It's rebellion. Uranus is electricity and upheaval, but it's not a very settled ruler or planet or person, Uranus, or God. But it applies to spontaneously wanting to keep going, travel, move. Uranus in Aries trining the Leo energy is saying, you don't know whether you're coming or going. You might need to CTFO, chill the F out a little bit and go internal, because Uranus is also helping with that catalyst energy, wanting you to go. So maybe you need to save your resources right now, or I pull another tarot card for you. Oh yeah, Seven of Coins. You need to save your resources right now. You're going through transformation and changes in your earnings, in your financial earnings. So discern when is the best time for movement and when isn't. When everything's about to retrograde, which is Mercury, Mars, Jupiter. Jupiter is retrograde, going direct soon, but we have a lot of planets retrograde right now. I would suggest thinking twice about these big spontaneous decisions that come through with that Uranus planetary energies showing up in the oracle cards for you, Leo. I hope this was helpful. I'm moving on to Virgo and shuffling. Virgo's message for April, mid-month, medium rare message. Queen of Fire. This is either a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius female. It could also represent a catalyst energy within you, a creative, independent female that's coming about. Let's see what else. More fire. The Nine of Wands. Sacrifice. Overachievement, I'm hearing. Fire for Virgo is not the perfect energy. Virgo is ruled by the coins and is a very steady, analytical, secure sign. And the fire energy is, you don't know how fire is going to burn and what's going to catch fire. So this is a little bit too, the energy I'm feeling for this is, it's too scattered. And Virgos don't like scattered energy. So draw from the Queen of Fire. She takes action, but use your analytical self to really focus on what needs to be achieved. I heard the word overachievement. So there's a lot of things that need to be accomplished, probably at least 9 of them. And you've got a lot of irons on your plate. You might need to cut one of them off because there's too much going on. Let me get one more card for you. Wow, this is unbelievable. This is like the 4th sign I've pulled this card for. This is a time of retreat. The 7 of Cups is trusting and using the intuition. But it's also a very quiet card and saying you need, all of the tools are around you right now of psychic guidance, clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairaudience, clairsentience. All of that stuff is available to you, but you need to know when to use it and how to use it. Let's see what your astrological card is, Virgo, for the mid-month. What kind of planetary guidance can be given to you at this time? Pluto. Oh, all right. So Pluto is stationed in Capricorn right now, right smack in the middle. I think it's 17 degrees. I think he's at. And he's in another earth sign. So Pluto is trining you, and you have Jupiter stationed with you. So this is an intense energy. Pluto is the planet of loss and death, and gosh, I mean, he's a deep planet. He's a dark planet. See how Pluto has the skulls at his feet? He's so intense, but he is trining you. So everything you're doing, and you're doing big with Jupiter there, and it's being done with the intensity of Pluto. But with Pluto, you don't want to bite off more than you could chew, which makes sense for this card. You don't want to bite off more you can chew with Pluto, because he's, destruction. He'll just obliterate the whole plate, and then all 9 of your wands will go away instead of just that one that you want to cut off. So you have to, he's destruction, but if you're very calm and you're very focused, that kind of energy can work for you. But if you have so much on your plate, Virgo, Pluto trining you could make that whole table just flip over. And I just had a vision of Teresa Giudice from The Real Housewives of New Jersey, when in one of the very early seasons, I think one of the first seasons, when she flips that table over. I love that scene. But that's what I envisioned. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I apologize. But you might want to watch the first season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. No one's paying me to say that, but I just had that vision of just wiping the whole table clean. So don't bite off more than you can chew, Virgo, is the message for the month, mid-month. Let me move on to Libra and see what your mid-month medium rare message is. Libra. Okay. Ooh, lovely. I haven't had this card yet. The Ace of Swords, victory, the truth, wisdom, clear thinking. making a brilliant decision or having a great idea. And the King of Coins, mastering your environment and occupation, the receiving of a lot of money. The King is the highest, or also an earth sign male, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn male. So there's victory with this person, or the truth is coming out with this person. Or if it's representing a part of you, Libra, it's the master within. It's your, you are your own financial advisor, or you're your own banker. You have a lot of monetary responsibility right now, I feel. I do want to turn to your astrological card. There might be an earth sign male that's trying to sell you or convince you of a good idea, or let you know the truth about your money. Maybe the King of Coins is your financial advisor, and there's a decision or a clear thought regarding your finances right now. Here's your astrological card. Wow, this card, Pisces, again. A lot of Neptune energy, Chiron, healing. We're all trying to heal, Libra. We're all trying to heal. The reason I say Neptune and Chiron is because they're stationed in the sign of Pisces right now. And when I keep pulling Pisces for these astrological oracle readings, or the oracle card, I'm being pulled to say it is a time of retreat. It is a time of healing. It is a time to go inward. And the 12th house is strong in general, the solar 12th house of rest, of spirituality, of connecting with your dream life, subconscious mind, your intuition. I hope this was helpful, Libra. I'm going to move on to Scorpio and see what your mid-month message could be for April. Scorpio, let's see. Gosh, it's so, I feel like Snow White out here. Okay, temperance, patience, balance, timing, beauty. Do you see that path in the background? I don't know if there's a glare on this. There's a path leading to the sun. I'm looking around me and there's these little paths through the forest that I'm in. And I just thought, wow, you know, divine timing, patience, follow the path. This card is about beauty, and it also represents the sign of Sagittarius. So that might apply to some of you Scorpios who are in relationship with Sag. Also, this is the two youths, the children, but it's a shared resources sector. The sharing of money, the loaning of resources. Some of you are expecting to be paid back and it hasn't manifested yet. Patience is required here. Patience is required for people expecting to be paid back. Also with the government as well, I'm hearing. And the Three of Cups, 3 women, or friendship, support, trust, happiness. Some of you Scorpios are patiently waiting for a friend to pay you back, is how I'm interpreting this. These are very specific messages, so if you're not all going through this, I understand. I'm channeling right now, and these can't apply to every single Scorpio, but this message and what I'm hearing is that there's a friend that you've lent some money to, or maybe even a child, and they're supposed to pay you back, but you're waiting and you're waiting. And there's a sense of frustration here, Scorpio, because Mars is about to retrograde, and this is going to affect you, and it might make you a little bit aggravated or tense or frustrated. Let me see what your astrological card is for the month as well, and that will give you some guidance, Scorpio. Oh, crazy! So this is Sagittarius, and you had the card of Temperance right here, which is Sagittarius. So there is a prominent Sag in some of your lives. And this could also represent the second solar house of finances for you, which is what this card could represent as well. So the loaning of money is what I keep coming back to, and Sagittarius has Saturn and Mars, which Saturn just got out of Scorpio last year, or eight or 9 months ago, and then Mars is retrograding back into Scorpio, having already received his energy. So there's limitation with Saturn, there's frustration with Mars, and some of you Scorpios are feeling this in your second house of money, is how I'm interpreting this, and possessions. So I hope this was helpful. Know that retrogrades aren't permanent, and you know there's a ton of planetary energy that's retrograde. So you have to just go with the flow and not against it, Scorpio. I'll move on to Sagittarius. I hope that was helpful. Let's see what cards come up for your mid-month medium rare message. Love the chimes. It's so peaceful out here. I hope you can hear all the birds that I hear, and it's amazing. Oh, this just flipped out. Okay. Sag, you've got 3 cards that want to come out. First one is the 7 of Coins. Obviously money, but going through the stages of monetary transformation. The 5 of Wands, creative energy, the burning hand, needing to express something, needing to write, needing to paint, needing to create with the hands. Ooh, the Lovers card. These are the 3 that popped up. So you've got Pentacles, you've got Fire, and now you've got a major arcana card. The Lovers represents the sign of Gemini in the Tarot, but it's also about that decision. Coming to a crossroads, needing to decide something. It's about that decision. There's a lot of decision making happening right now, and it's the time of retrograde, so it's not a time to push forward. And Mars is retrograding, the planet of action. So again, not the best time to take action. But some of you Sagittarians are receiving monies for creative endeavors. And maybe you're just deciding with the Lovers card where to apply this or what to do with this. I could also interpret it like this. Some of you Sagittarians have a burning desire, burning sexual desire or passionate desire. It could be for the Gemini. It could be, it could just be that you feel this sense of burning is what I'm getting. Like you need to take action on something, but you're dealing with Saturn in your sign, which is limiting you. And you're also dealing with Mars, which is creating frustration and limitation. I just discussed this in Scorpio's video because I pulled a lot of Sagittarian cards for the Scorpio reading. So you might feel like you need to move forward or progress, but Saturn is limiting you and restructuring you through December 17 or 21st of 2017. So you have some time with Saturn there. You're in your solar Saturn return. And Mars is retrograde today in your sign through June 30th, but going back into Scorpio, but still starting his retrograde in Sag. So there's frustration. Watch the tone of your voice. Watch the road rage. But there's also a calming down of physicality. So right before Mars retrograded, you were probably very feisty. Sagittarians can be feisty regardless of where Mars is. The fire sign in you, you're the explorer. You're the traveler. Not a great time for travel for you, though. You're working on something in a physical relationship, or you have the desire to start a physical relationship or create more physicality in the relationship you're in. I hope this was helpful, and let's move on to Capricorn for the month of April. Let's see what your mid-month medium rare message is. Capricorn. Okay. Ace of Fire. Well, this is some spontaneous energy. This is a true passion or a true creative endeavor. One focus, one passion, one true heart's desire. again with this card. Six of Coins, the two youths, two kids, shared resources, having to save or provide for children, or the borrowing of money for creative endeavors, or the borrowing of money for children. Let's see what else. I want to pull one more card. Gosh, every reading, the theme of April in these retrogrades, the Lady of Cups, is about stillness, retreat, calm, centered energy, intuition, psychic ability, the ability to channel. And in every reading, there is a card that would represent, it seems like, the inner awareness, the intuition, and to rest in April, the second half of April, because Mercury is about to retrograde, Saturn is retrograde, Mars is retrograde, Jupiter is retrograde. It's a lot. For those of you waiting on shared resources to start a goal or a project, a creative project, or just something you're passionate about, this can manifest through a Mercury retrograde, but I feel like you need to remain patient through that. I don't think you should expect it to be rushed if you're waiting on shared resources, a loan, a settlement, something like that. But this is also a great combination for people, Capricorns, looking for investors or someone to believe in them, to provide for them. Normally, this could be applied to a romantic or passionate relationship, but to me, it feels like a goal that needs to be achieved. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, too, is what I'm getting with these two cards. Maybe it's that you get money and you put it all into one thing, but they want you to think on that. Do you need to put all of your money into it, or can you keep some aside? Can you set aside a rainy day fund? What's your astrological card for the month of April, Capricorn? Oh, wow. The Sun. I haven't pulled this card yet. Soul. S-O-L. That's in Spanish. That's the sun. That's Apollo. That is the life force. Without the sun, we don't exist. Nothing does. The sun is Ra, the sun god. And the sun is about to enter Taurus. The sun is in Aries, but the sun is about to enter Earth. So that will trine Capricorn's energy. And then that will also trine Jupiter's energy in Virgo. I don't know if you can hear those bugs, but they're sure in my ears right now. It doesn't get better than the sun filtering 120 degrees away positive, harmonious energy into your earth sign. And you need it, Cap, because you've had Pluto stationed with you. And, you know, he's not a blast. He's destructive. He's intense. He creates a sense of loss. And sometimes when you're feeling your best, you can hear in the back of your mind a sense of impending doom with Pluto, the darkness. But now you have the opposite of the darkness, and that's the light. And the sun entering Taurus is trining Capricorn, is what they want me to say. It's the message of the planets. As your planetary interpreter and your astrological advisor, on the 19th and 20th of April, when the sun enters Taurus, you'll have him there for 30 days. So you'll have him until May 21st, until he enters Gemini. That is going to uplift the Capricorn energy in a big way. And I'm so glad that the card came out for you. Okay, let's move on to Aquarius and see what cards I get for your mid-month medium rare message of April. Aquarius, this is your April mid-month medium rare message. Okay. Yes! The Magician. I love this card. You have all the tools you need. The Magician has the cup, which is the chalice, the emotions. He's got the wand, the fire, the staff, the passion. He's got the coin, the pentacle, the earnings, the security. He's got the swords, the mental agility, the focus, the thought, his weaponry. The Magician is prepared. That's the word. Aquarius. Wow, you've got some major arcana cards. Strength represents the sign of Leo in the Tarot. But to have magic and strength, I don't know if it gets prettier. This is spontaneous energy. This is dynamic. It's strength at its best. And you're prepared. So you're prepared and you're strong, Aquarius. What else are you? You're the Eight of Cups. You are working behind the scenes, which is smart to do in a retrograde. Aquarians could be working behind the scenes and then popping out with this Magician. People might not expect it or suspect it. What you're working on right now is what I'm hearing. You might be very quiet behind the scenes and you're about to break through with something. Let's see what your astrological card is for... Ooh, just fell right out. Huh, I'll use it. Oh, this is crazy. I don't know if you're watching the full video of this. I don't blame you if you're not. But this card of Pisces has come up for at least 5 out of the 12 signs as an astrological guidance. And it's suggesting the 12th house of rest. It's also suggesting to pay attention to your dream life, ruled by Neptune. Chiron is also in Pisces. This is about healing. These mid-month messages are about retreat and healing for the majority of the signs. It's not a time of going forward and taking direct action. It's a time to really discern where you're headed. Choose wisely. You're prepared, but you don't want to overreact or act too soon or act out of haste. As Aquarius is garnering their strength and protecting themselves with the Magician, you're doing a lot. What I'm getting is you're doing a lot of this stuff behind the scenes. You've been working on yourself. You're not posting on social media how you're taking care of yourself. You're quietly getting things together and you're about to unleash or unveil something you've been working on or a decision you've come to. Let's see what your astrological... Oh, I did that already. Pisces. Well, let me pull another astrological card for you because that kind of just flipped out. And I want to see what other cards are in this beautiful deck by Antonella Castelli, the Astrological Oracle deck. Venus. How lovely. Venus is Aphrodite. She is the goddess of beauty and love, Aquarius. Although she's not in your sign, she is in Aries right now. She's about to enter Taurus shortly. But this is about the security and comfort where she governs Taurus. And it's also about balance where she governs Libra, harmony. You're gathering your strength, your balance behind the scenes, your harmony. You're trying to stay in balance. I keep getting behind the scenes for Aquarius. It might be because there's not a lot of planetary energy involved in Aquarius right now, so you are in the darker shadows working behind the scenes. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to move on to Pisces and provide your mid-month medium rare message. And I'm not sure if Pisces has watched any of this, but the card of Pisces in the astrological deck has appeared in about 5 or 6 signs. So it's very popular. Let's see what comes up for Pisces. Now that I'm reading Pisces, probably won't come up at all, but you never know. Let's see what cards I can provide and what information and insight I could give you for your mid-month medium rare message. 2 of Swords. An opponent, coming up to an opponent, having to battle someone. A debate, an active verbal debate, a verbal discussion. Oof. 10 of Swords. I don't like this. maybe losing the debate, losing the verbal spout, or let's see what else. Six of Wands, wanting the victory of this, but coming up short. Pisces, some of you, not all of you, these are very direct messages. I wanted to say this. I've said this in a few signs. These are very specific messages, the mid-month. So if they're not resonating with you, please watch your monthly forecast. This can't apply to everyone. But this is very specific that some of you Pisceans could have either been in a battle in court or just a verbal disagreement or a verbal altercation with someone, and it didn't turn out on your side. You were expecting to win, but you didn't, and you might be dealing with the release of that. You naturally govern the 12th house of the undoing and the house of release, so it's easier for Pisces to let go of things. Maybe this is one of those times you have to practice your innate ability to release. The house of the undoing, the house of rest, the house of silence, your solar 12th house. I'm sorry, not your specific solar 12th house. The solar 12th house of the wheel is Pisces. Your Pisces 12th house is the sign of Aquarius. Okay, I hope that's not too confusing. Let me get to your astrological card, Pisces. I want to see what's coming up for planetary guidance about this debate that you're in. Luna, the moon. I'm thinking of the moon because I have my moon in Pisces. I'm sorry, I'm half channeling, half here, half not here. La Luna, but look how gorgeous. This card is so gorgeous that it made the cover of her deck. Antonella Castelli does this deck. She also creates the Art Nouveau Tarot deck, which is beautiful and romantic, one of my favorites. So, your emotional self, Pisces, you are ruled by emotional energy. I mean, you're a peacemaker, but you're very internally sensitive, and I don't think you wear that as much on the outside as you carry it on the inside. And the moon is saying, the moon is your reaction, but it's not a time for reaction. Keep your reaction internal right now. Mars is retrograding. You've got Neptune in your sign, creating a little bit of delusion and uncertainty about decisions. But Chiron is with you, with the healing realms, the wounded healer, wanting to smooth things over for you. Pay attention to your dreams with the moon as well, Pisces. You rule dream life, so that should be easy for you. You're very perceptive. I love the chimes. It's like they're going off right now. I love it. I'm in the forest. I'm in the redwoods. Okay, Pisces, I feel like you need to, as well as all of the signs, I think it's time for retreat in the retrogrades, but I do think that coming out of something that has wounded you, if this applies to you in that verbal area, that disagreement, that debate, don't react to this right now. Retreat. Be quiet like the moon. Keep your emotions to yourself right now. Mercury's retrograding on the 28th through May 22nd. Maybe take your time with that disagreement and get back to them when Mercury is direct so you can come across more smoothly. I hope these messages were helpful to all 12 of the signs. I really appreciate you viewing my channel and subscribing and liking. And I will see you shortly for your monthly forecasts for May. Until then, I'm wishing you a beautiful April, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.